Hello, hello. Today we're going to talk about a great question that I've been getting for this week in particular 3 times. So I know this might be something you come up against. The question is, hey Heather, I'm in maintenance. I'm doing the maintenance thing. I've got my calories dialed in and I'm not gaining weight, I'm not losing weight, but I'm constantly hungry. I have like this wanting for food. And will this like kind of pain of emptiness go away? And I think this is a fantastic question because I know in my 10 years of maintaining, this has kind of been my personal focus. Like, why is it we want food when we have a balanced out body weight? We're actually giving our body the correct amount of nutrition to sustain our body weight. And we are not gaining, we're not losing, everything is fine from a physical perspective. Why is it we might still struggle with this? And I remember going through this phase very distinctly. So what I learned was there is 2 different types of hunger, right? There is a legit physical hunger. I'm undernourished. I'm not eating appropriately. And keep in mind, when you were dieting, this was acceptable, right? This feeling of constant emptiness, hunger, you kind of just passed it off as, well, I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm eating at a calorie deficit. So once I go to maintenance, this will go away. So from a physical perspective, you're eating enough. But there is emotional stress, lower brain driven hunger, hence my Thinking Leads to Eating series, that is not the same. And here's how you know. If it's physical hunger, like for instance, this morning, I woke up, normally I'm never hungry in the morning. Normally I can go for a couple hours before I eat anything or I have a protein shake. This morning I woke up and I felt a legit hollowness in my stomach, but it wasn't an emergency. It wasn't like, okay, Heather can't go for her walk because she's got to eat. No, it's like, okay, I'm feeling a little empty inside. I know I need to have a more substantial breakfast, but nothing is a 4-alarm fire, right? But when it's emotional stress, lower brain hunger, it's gonna feel like this, there's an energy behind it. It's I gotta eat something now. I feel empty now. I need to eat something that feels pleasurable now. If it feels emergency-like and like you can't get enough, that is probably something more coming from your thinking than your biology. Biological hunger, physical hunger, it starts out very soft, like a little whisper. You'll start to feel a little grumble. And you kind of even might identify it, like I'm feeling a little hunger. And then you know that as you progress over the next course of hours, you're gonna probably need to eat something, but it's not like you gotta stop what you're doing and deal with it, okay? And this is huge. Like for me, I had to learn all of this in maintenance because again, the process of losing weight kind of camouflages a lot of these things. So if you are feeling that sense of wanting in maintenance, you're never content, the only other thing that could be causing that is if you are dealing with biological hunger, but you're not, say at this point, still balancing your macronutrients really well on your plate. Maybe you're eating some highly processed foods that are, yes, calorie-wise, your weight is staying stable, but from a biological perspective, you're not truly eating, nutritiously dense food and you're not feeling sustained. Now, hear me, I'm not saying to get rid of eating any of those things, but I'm just saying it might be like, okay, I noticed at lunch I'm eating something kind of skimpy, but then I'm having a donut in the break room at 3 o'clock. Well, maybe look, am I getting enough protein? Am I getting enough dietary fat? Am I getting enough complex carbs at lunch? And eating what I would consider to be a really well-balanced meal. That could be another issue for sure. But 9 times out of 10, by the time you've lost all your weight, you kind of know all that stuff. You know, protein and fiber is really helpful. You know, putting a little bit of healthy dietary fat on your plate is helpful. You kind of know that. It's usually kind of coming to grips with this more emotional eating hunger that might not be serving you. So just wanted to have this conversation because I got this question multiple times this week. And often when people eat at maintenance, they think, well, the hunger should go away. And the physical hunger does. Like if I eat at my maintenance calories, I know the difference. I don't feel hungry. I'm eating enough at every meal, I'm eating enough at every snack, that I'm not wanting for food. That doesn't mean, hear me on this, that doesn't mean that if I'm having a stress day, I'm not also looking for food, right? Like stress, emotions, lower brain chatter will send you to the pantry wanting something to eat. But it's not biological hunger. It's not true physical hunger. This is hunger created from a way to comfort and soothe yourself with food that you maybe don't need, right? And this honestly can, for a lot of maintainers, can push them up and over their maintenance range. Like they're planning their day to their maintenance calories, but this desire to eat more for this emotional stress, lower brain driven reason is pushing them up over their maintenance calories and they're gaining weight slowly. So the more that you work on that, you'll start to see an improvement in that eating. And really, maintenance is the beautiful time. You shouldn't feel extreme hunger. You should be at this new balanced place. And if you're not, then ask yourself, what do I need to work on? Is it my plates are not well balanced? I'm not eating enough through the day? Is it that I'm dealing with stress and emotions via food and now I'm really kind of just having to contend with that and be more aware of it? So kind of see what it is for you. I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe. Join us on the podcast premium so you can continue to hear Carolina's coaching series, get all of my great podcast episodes. We have an Ask Me Anything on there. You can ask me a question and I will respond. I do a once a month recording of answers on that. So a lot of good stuff going on there. So you can check that out at halfsizeme.com/fan. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.